Today, I'm creating the strongest crew in the entire world of One Piece, but with a twist. This time, our entire lineup can only be made up of swordsmen. But before that, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's keep going. Now, first things first, we need a captain for this crew. The obvious choices are Roronoa Zoro, Dracula Mihawk, and Shanks. And let's be honest, we all know who fits the role best, Shanks. Mihawk just wants to chill and has no ambition of leading a crew, while Zoro, in my opinion, shines more as the ultimate right-hand man rather than a captain. That leaves us with Shanks, who is the ideal choice thanks to his immense influence, calm demeanor, and overwhelming power. As one of the four emperors, he commands universal respect, able to stop a war simply by showing up, as we saw at Marineford. His leadership even inspired the series' protagonist, Monkey D. Luffy, and the red-haired pirates themselves stand as a testament to his strength, being both powerful and fiercely loyal. So there's really not much to debate here. Our captain has to be Shanks. Next, we need a right-hand man for Shanks. As I mentioned earlier, the one who truly shines in this role is none other than Roronoa Zoro. Sure, we could give this spot to Mihawk as well. After all, he's Shanks' rival. But when it comes to being a right-hand man, Zoro is unmatched. What sets him apart is his absolute loyalty to his captain and willingness to sacrifice everything for that bond. We've seen this clearly at Water 7, when he enforced the captain's authority during the conflict with Usopp, and again at Thriller Bark, where his legendary sacrifice proved just how far he'd go for his crew. On top of that, Zoro's strength is undeniable. In Wano, he awakened his conqueror's haki, coating his blades to defeat King, Kaido's top commander. Even more impressive, he permanently scarred Kaido himself, a feat that very few in history have managed. And let's not forget, he even blocked a combined attack from Kaido and Big Mom, saving his allies at the cost of breaking nearly every bone in his body. So when it comes to the role of right-hand man, the choice is clear. I'm going with Roronoa Zoro. Next, we need a left-hand man as well. And once again, the choice here is pretty obvious. I'm going with none other than Dracula Mihawk. Placing Mihawk in this role adds an unmatched level of offensive power and prestige to the crew's command structure. As the current world's strongest swordsman, his presence alone is enough to deter challengers. While Mihawk is famously a loner, his recent alliance with the Cross Guild shows that he is willing to work with others when it suits his interests. In this crew, he would serve as the ultimate enforcer, a solitary powerhouse who can be unleashed to deal with any threat, perfectly complementing Zoro's more traditional vice captain role. Honestly, there isn't much more to be said here. Mihawk is simply perfect for this position. Next, let's pick a cook for our crew. When it comes to this role, there really aren't many characters who fit better in this than Hachan. You see, he perfectly matches both the crew's core theme and the vital role of a cook. Hachi is an excellent chef, best known for his mouth-watering takoyaki, a dish so good that even the Straw Hat Pirates loved it, including Sanji himself, who's no stranger to gourmet cooking. And of course, his 6 arms give him a huge edge in the kitchen, chopping, grilling, stirring, and serving all at once without breaking a sweat. That's efficiency on another level. So for this spot, I'm going with Hachan. Next, time to choose a doctor for this crew. And honestly, there's only one best option, Trafalgar D. Water Law. Known as the Surgeon of Death, Law brings not only unmatched medical genius, but also immense combat strength. His qualifications come from the Op fruit, arguably one of the most versatile devil fruits in the series. With it, he can create a spherical room where he has complete control. Inside this space, he can perform miraculous surgeries, reattach limbs, extract viruses, and even swap personalities, making him capable of healing just about any injury or illness that the crew could face. And it's not just his fruit. Law was trained as a doctor from a very young age, giving him medical expertise on top of his powers. When it comes to feats, Law's track record is nothing short of astounding. After the Battle of Marineford, he saved Luffy's life with an emergency surgery, proving his skills in the most critical moment. In combat, he effortlessly sliced an entire mountain in half at Punk Hazard while defeating Virgo. His power reached new heights in Wano, where he awakened his devil fruit and delivered catastrophic internal damage to Big Mom with his Puncture Willy. This attack bypassed her insane durability, broke her bones, and played a crucial role in her defeat, showcasing Law's ability to threaten even the strongest in the world. So for the doctor spot, the choice is clear. here. We are going with Trafalgar Law. Next, let's choose a navigator for this crew. For this role, there really isn't a perfect candidate who's both a navigator and a swordsman, so we'll have to pick someone who's at least decent at it. Otherwise, we might end up with Zoro in charge of navigation, and I don't think anyone wants that. Unless, of course, you want to end up at Laugh Tale by accident. Jokes aside, for this position, I'm going with none other than Prime Rayleigh. Rayleigh possesses a deep understanding of the sea's most dangerous and unpredictable phenomena, and can coach ships for underwater travel. He was even the one who taught Nami how to navigate underwater sea currents and operate coded vessels. And on top of that, he's a master of all three forms of haki. That makes him not only a monstrously powerful combatant, but also someone who can safeguard the crew while guiding their course. He even taught Luffy the fundamentals of haki, proving his vast knowledge and experience. In his prime, Rayleigh was part of the crew that conquered the seas, and even in retirement, his mere reputation is enough to intimidate anyone. So for the navigator spot, the Dark King Rayleigh is our pick. Time to pick an animal for our crew, and for this, I'm going with none other than Duke Inuarashi. As a canine mink, he fits the role perfectly, while also being one of the formidable 9 red scabbards. His leadership as one of the rulers of Zou brings a regal presence and a calm, strategic mind to the crew. On top of that, he combines elegant, single sword style swordsmanship with the mink tribe's natural electro ability, allowing him to unleash powerful electrified slashes. His loyalty is unquestionable, forged through his devoted service to Kozuki Oden, making him both trustworthy and honorable. Inuarashi's greatest feat came from the raid on Onigashima when he activated his Sulong form. In this massively powerful state, he completely overwhelmed the Yonko commander Jack the Drought, shattering his weapons and defeating him outright. Beyond that, he was also among the scabbards who stood against Kaido on the rooftop, and together they achieved what almost no one else could, inflicting a deep wound on the seemingly invincible emperor. So, for the crew's animal role, we'll go with Duke Inuarashi. Now it's time to choose a musician for our crew, and here, the obvious candidate is Brook. His primary role is, of course, to lift the crew's morale with his music, a vital function on any long voyage. But Brook is much more than just a musician. He's also a highly skilled and uniquely dangerous swordsman. Wielding a Shikomizue, his fencing style relies on speed and precision. Thanks to the Revive fruit, he exists as an undead skeleton, making him immune to conventional harm while granting him chilling, soul-based powers that can freeze opponents and even affect Big Mom's homies. Brook's feats are just as impressive as his abilities. During the Whole Cake Island arc, he fearlessly confronted Big Mom herself, a feat of courage few would dare to attempt. Not only did he survive the encounter, but he also managed to damage her special homie Prometheus, and even succeeded in copying the rubbings of her poneglyph. Later in Wano, he demonstrated his frozen sword technique, unleashing the icy chill of the underworld to freeze his enemies in an instant. So for the role of musician, there's no better choice. We're going with Brook. Next, we need an archaeologist as well. For this role, there's really only one candidate, Kozuki Oden. As a member of the Kozuki clan, the very family that created the poneglyphs, Oden had both the innate connection and the rare ability to read the ancient text. His insatiable desire to see the world took him on adventures with both the Whitebeard pirates and the Roger pirates, journeys that eventually led him to Laugh Tale itself, where he uncovered the world's true history, the ultimate achievement for any archaeologist. But Oden was far more than just a scholar. He was a monstrous warrior, perfectly suited for a crew of this caliber. His most legendary feat was being one of the few people in history to permanently scar Kaido, a testament to his mastery over his twin blade, Ame no Habakiri and Enma, as well as his advanced armament haki. His endurance was equally legendary, enduring an entire hour of being boiled alive in oil while holding his retainers above the surface. And before that, he even clashed evenly with a prime Whitebeard, proving the sheer scale of his strength. So for the role of archaeologist, the choice is obvious. We're going with Kozuki Oden. Next, we need a helmsman for our crew. Well, just like I mentioned earlier with the navigator role, there really isn't a perfect candidate here. So instead, we'll go with someone who's at least decent at it. So for this, my pick is none other than Kinemon. Now, he may not be the obvious choice compared to someone like Jinbei, but when we look closely at his qualities, he actually fits the role surprisingly well. After Oden's death, Kinemon Kinemon dedicated himself to protecting Momonosuke at all costs. That responsibility didn't just mean fighting, it also meant guiding him safely across the seas. From Wano to Punk Hazard, then to Dressrosa, and finally to Zou, Kinemon managed to sail through some of the most dangerous territories in the New World, all while staying under the radar of both Kaido's forces and the Marines. That's no small feat. Think about it. The New World is infamous for its unpredictable weather, shifting currents, and magnetic chaos. Yet Kinemon successfully led his small group through all of it without losing their way. That shows he has far more practical sailing experience than people usually give him credit for. So for the helmsman's role, we'll be going with Kinemon. Time to pick a strategist for our crew next. For this role, I have one character in mind, Fujitora. He's a brilliant tactician whose calm demeanor and profound sense of justice guide his every move. Though blind, his observation haki is so advanced that he perceives the world's emotional and physical state with greater clarity than most who can see. This allows him to flawlessly assess battlefields and read the true nature of people. On top of that, his Zushi no Mi, the gravity fruit, is the ultimate strategic weapon. With it, he can immobilize legions of foes, shield his allies, or even reshape the battlefield itself to his advantage. Fujitora's feats are nothing short of colossal. In Dressrosa, he effortlessly summoned a meteor from outer space, an attack with island-level destructive potential. He also displayed incredible defensive ability when he levitated the nation's rubble to protect its citizens, proving not only his raw strength but also his priority to minimize collateral damage. Despite this overwhelming power, Fujitora often holds back, using his abilities with precision to test his opponents, or achieve his goals with minimal conflict, as seen in his clashes with Zoro, Sabo, and Luffy. So for this role, our choice is clear. We are going with Fujitora. Now let's choose an assassin. For this role, my pick is none other than Shiryu of the Rain. He's the perfect embodiment of an assassin, cold-blooded, efficient, and now equipped with the ultimate tool for stealth. Back when he was the head jailer of Impel Down, Shiryu built a reputation for mercilessly cutting down prisoners just for sport, showing he had zero moral restraint, a trait that fits this role perfectly. His swordsmanship alone was said to rival even Warden Magellan, and now with the clear fruit in his hands, he's evolved into the ultimate stealth weapon, able to vanish completely and strike without a trace. His feats back this up, most notably when he used his invisibility to land a devastating stab on none other than the Marine hero Monkey D. Garp, proof that he's lethal even against legends. And after joining the Blackbeard Pirates and rising to the rank of a Titanic captain, Shiryu has cemented himself as a world-class threat. So when it comes to picking an assassin for the crew, Shiryu is without a doubt the best option we've got so far. Next, we need a shipwright for this crew. For this, we have one clear option, Kaku. You see, he is the perfect shipwright, as it is his actual professional trade. He was a master craftsman for the Galley Log Company, one of the world's finest shipbuilding crews, giving him the legitimate skills to construct and maintain a vessel worthy of this legendary lineup. And of course, he fits right into our swordsman theme with his unique four-sword style, wielding two katanas while using his legs to unleash powerful flying slashes through the Rokushiki art Rankyaku. On top of that, his ox fruit, model giraffe, gives him immense physical strength and unpredictable attack patterns, making him as dangerous as he is skilled. Kaku's feats speak for themselves. Back at Eddie's lobby, his battle against Zoro was one of the arc's highlight, pushing Zoro so far that he was forced to reveal his demonic Ashura form for the very first time to secure victory. After the time skip, Kaku only grew stronger as a member of CP0, the government's most elite intelligence agency, where he awakened his devil fruit and even managed to briefly clash with post-Wano Zoro. So for the shipwright's role, our pick has to be Kaku. Well, we've got our shipwright, so naturally the next step is giving our crew a ship, and here we have no restrictions. We can pick anything we want, so why not go with the Thousand Sunny? You see, built from the legendary Atom Wood, its hull is among the most durable in the world, capable of enduring the sheer force and shockwaves unleashed in battles between these god-tier swordsmen. But the Sunny is more than just a vessel of war. It's a home with a grand kitchen, an aquarium, a library, and countless other comforts. It ensures our crew not only sails in strength, but also in style. Honestly, what more needs to be said for our ship? It has to be the Thousand Sunny. And finally, it's time to choose our wild card. Now for this spot, we could have gone with a lot of different names, but honestly, the one who stands above everyone else is none other than the Pirate King himself, Gold D. Roger. As a wild card, Roger isn't just a swordsman, he's an overwhelming source of nature, someone who can be unleashed to break deadlocks and crush the toughest of opponents. His feats are carved into history itself. His legendary clash with Prime Whitebeard created shockwaves so massive they split the heavens and sent entire islands trembling. A pure showcase of his unparalleled conqueror's haki. In another unforgettable moment, he brought down the ferocious Kozgyoden with a single strike, his iconic divine departure. But Roger's greatest feat came at God Valley, where he joined forces with Monkey D. Garp to take down the dreaded Rocks Pirate, a crew that had monsters like Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido all on the same side. And we have seen in the recent chapters that Rocks was no joke. To top it all off, he did what no one else could, conquered the Grand Line, and claimed the title of Pirate King. So when it comes to the ultimate wild card for this crew, it has to be Gold D. Roger. Lastly, it's time to give our crew a name. Since this lineup is filled with legendary swordsmen, I think a fitting choice would be the Ragnarok Pirates, a name that carries the weight of myth, chaos, and world-ending power. Exactly what this crew represents. But hey, that's just my pick. If you've got a better idea for a perfect name, drop it down in the comments. The one with the most likes will officially become this crew's name, and I'll make sure to pin it at the top. Click on this video next, where we made the most villainous crew in the entire series of One Piece. Go on, check it out.